So this is the time of the year where I get into vlogging again. I still think that action cameras are fantastic, but you always want something that looks much better. Like this, the Sony ZV-E1. Problem is that right now I have mounted the Tamron 20 to 40mm. This is a 20mm f2.8. I have an ND because I'm on the beach. And it's heavy. So I'm in the process of deciding what lens could I get instead. What I'm figuring out is that now I'm using the 20mm end of this Tamron lens. It's dark. How dark are we? Ooh. And with the dynamic stabilization is, I would say, wide enough. If I hold it right there, that's pretty fantastic, but now it's way too heavy, so let me change hands. Oh jeez. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that what we need is around 20mm or below, but light, really light, and cheap. So basically we already discarded the 20mm f1.8 from Sony because it's not cheap and might be still a little bit too heavy. So we're gonna have to go with some f2.8 prime. Basically, that leaves us in two options right now. One is the Viltrox 20mm f2.8, which is around $200, or the Samyang 18mm f2.8. Advantages of the Samyang is that it should be optically much better. It's a little bit wider, and it's still very light. That's another advantage. Both of them are super light. Problem with the Samyang is that it's usually much more expensive. The Viltrox here in Europe usually goes for about 200, a little bit over 200 euros, and the Samyang for much more. But a tip for you if you're in Finland. There was an insect on my lens. If you want to buy a Samyang lens in Finland, Superkuva is the way to go. And this video is not sponsored by Samyang or by Superkuva. They have no idea who I am if I do exist. So let's go to Superkuva. Let's order that lens. And let's see if the next time I finish this video it's already snowing. And here we are, a couple of weeks later, with almost 20 degrees less and 18mm instead of 20. And even though when I was searching for this lens, it was the vlogging season, it will soon come to an end, at least when it comes to cameras that don't withstand the weather, like most, really, especially if you want to have microphones and whatnot. Soon the action camera vlogging season will start with snow and ice and slippery slopes. But here we are now with the Samyang 18mm f2.8, and as I mentioned, what it feels like a lifetime ago, if you need to get Samyang lenses in Finland, Superkuva is the way to go. I know this video is still not sponsored. I was complaining about the weight of the Tamron 20 to 40mm, of course that's the zoom and an f2.8 zoom. This is so much lighter, and I feel that this combination, the ZV-E1 with this 18mm from Samyang, is a really good vlogging combination. Yes, the 20mm 1.8 from Sony, it costs 5 times what this, or 3, 4, somewhere there, a lot more money. It's a lot heavier. The 1.8 would be nice, but they are just in different leagues, totally. And right now I'm using the dynamic stabilization, so there's a bit the extra crop. And soon we'll go and test how does this look while I'm walking and talking. Shall we? Uneven walking on sand. I have a ninja walk. But I want to test the dynamic stabilization of the ZV-E1 with this 18mm for vlogging. This doesn't hurt on my arm because this setup is light enough. Something's happening there. Oh, that's pretty. And overblown. I do have one regret today with this 18mm, which is there are a bunch of swans here, and I did not bring anything longer than this lens. I thought it would just come, would be a calm morning, just a little bit of vlogging and a bit of scenery and sea and whatnot. But man, I should have taken something longer to take some videos, some pictures of those swans. And this lens is so simple, there's no patterns. It does come with a lens hood, and these Samyang lenses come with this cute little pouch box hard shell things. But right now it has the lens hood in it, because obviously with this amount of sun I'm having a ND filter on top. It's one of the freewheel V and this variable ND filters. But that's about it. Nothing fancy. A small, light, wide angle with a 2.8 aperture for your Sony full frames. And I think it's great for this purpose. Or what? The swans are back. Yeah, the video is pretty much over. Please like and subscribe. And if you have some patience, you can stay for a little bit of music and enjoy the Finnish scenery with an 18mm.